Welcome to Championship Sunday, the 2022 AVP Pro Series Central Florida Open. Next up here on Stadium Court, it's the men's championship match. Coming to you live. Thanks for joining me, Matt Prosser, alongside Olympic gold medalist and AVP champion Dane Blanton. Dane, introduce our teams for us here for this men's championships, if you would.
Well, you know, it's an amazing championship. I think everyone dreamed this one up. But first and foremost, you have the number 3 seeded team of Bourne and John Hyden, who have been playing some spectacular volleyball. They lost to Phil and Taylor yesterday. Had a little bit of a road to get back to this point. It's the 21st AVP tournament as partners for these two. It's kind of a reunion of sorts. They went their separate ways and now are playing back together. But on the other side of the net, it's an early Christmas present for most fans. They always wanted to see this one. Taylor Crabb and Phil Dalhausser. It's their first tournament together as partners. And wow, do they look good. Phil is playing motivated and enthused, and that is the most dangerous Phil that you will ever see. He is stuffing balls at the net, and he's in complete control. It is going to be an amazing matchup, Matt.
Well, it certainly will be the matchup that everyone was excited to see. And we are just moments away from this men's championship match starting. But first, let's have our national anthem sung by AVP athlete Haley Harward.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you're not already, would you please stand and remove your hats as we honor America and our troops serving at home and around the world with the singing of our national anthem. Our flag bearer today, veteran of the United States Air Force, and the man who runs the show here at Hickory Point Beach, Steve Bishop. And our national anthem will be sung today by NCAA and AVP champion Haley Harward.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And thank you, Haley Harward.
AVP champion Haley Harward showing off some singing skills as well. Great rendition of our beautiful national anthem sung by her. She's been doing that for quite some time. Dane did it as an indoor player at Long Beach State and also as a beach player for you at USC. Before we get the introduction of our teams, Dane, take us through the road to the final for Bourne and Hyden.
For Bourne and Hyden, a little bit longer of a road for sure because of that loss to Taylor Crabb and Dalhausser yesterday. They had to win 2 more to get to this point. So they have played 5 total matches to get to this point, and they're looking for some revenge. On the other side of the net, Phil Dalhausser and Taylor Crabb, it has been some smooth sailing. 4 consecutive wins to get to this point. Yesterday, of course, taking down Bourne and Hyden, and then taking down Palm and Rodriguez in that semifinal.
Yeah, we'll see if the fitness gets tested on the shorter path to the finals, but for our introductions, let's throw it down to the 3rd member of our broadcast team, Mark Sherman, courtside.
Open, the first time an AVP has ever been in December, and it is a gorgeous summer day. How you feeling, Tavares? Oh, yes. That feeling is mutual, I promise. Let's meet the players, shall we? Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. It was a work in progress. Well, we were waiting to hear the announcement that these two guys would be back together. Trevor took a seat and said, go for it, Try. He's back together with Johnny, the guy who gave him his start on the AVP tour. And we're going to say hello to you first, ladies and gentlemen. He is an Olympian. He is a many-time AVP winner, including thrice here in 2022. Let me hear it for the man born on the beach. He is Try Bourne. And his partner, sure, yeah, he's 50 years old, whatever. I don't care. You know why? Because he does not look like he is 50 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this stud. An absolutely insane athlete. We've been watching on the AVP for over 20 years. A two-time Olympian, 13-time winner on the AVP. He is the H-bomb. He is the legend, the never-ending Johnny Hyden. We got a couple Olympians over here as well, including this young man out of Honolulu, Hawaii. When he gets out there on the court for the last 10 years, he just absolutely dazzles, ladies and gentlemen, whether it was on the hard court or out here on the beach. You watch him, and he does it with an attitude, too, doesn't he? He does it with this look on his face like, yeah, I've been here. I was born on the beach. You know what? That's me. I've been here my whole life. This is just how I live. It's what I do. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Taylor Crabb. Oh, and what a holiday gift this guy has been for the last number of years. We got to watch him growing up with Todd Rogers. We got to watch him win, dominate, get the Olympic gold medal in Beijing in 2008, and his level keeps going up and up and up. He hits the ball from 11.5 feet at angles that are not seen anywhere else in the world. And now he gets to do it at home, ladies and gentlemen, right here in Tavares. Let me hear it for the 61-time winner from Dalhausser.
So the stage is set. The men's championship final here for the final time in 2022, coming to you from Central Florida. Matt Prosser alongside Dane Blanton, Mark Sherman down courtside. Should be a good one, Dane. These two teams fought yesterday in the quarterfinals.
Wait for it.
With Phil and Taylor coming from behind in the second set to win in a sweep. What do you expect to see here for the title?
Well, I'm really excited to see this. A little revenge on the mind of Hyden and Try Bourne, because that thing was close. 27-25 and 22-20.
Yeah. Up. And he's up.
What a save from Taylor Crabb there. Hyden keeps it alive, though.
Well, this is going to be awesome.
And Crabb goes off the block and down. What an opening point for this match, Dane.
Wow, that was incredible. If that is indicative of how this final is going to go, we are in for something special right there. That rainbow shot to the corner. How about Taylor Crabb holding his ground and making that defensive play? Wow.
No surprise, the serve goes over to Hyden on the right side, and he sneaks it underneath Phil Dalhausser's block for the side out.
Yeah, they're going to have to run some varied sets to move Phil around. You don't want Phil to be stagnant and not have to move. That's when his block gets really effective. You want to move it, change the tempo so that Phil has to move laterally.
Hyden serves over to Crabb. He's been seeing most of the serves in this partnership and sides out nicely with that high line shot.
And Taylor Crabb, something special. You're going to see a lot of varied shots from him. He's got a lightning quick arm. It's very smooth and just a volleyball IQ through the roof.
Phil for his first serve of the match. Goes strong with the jump serve, but misses the inline. Phil searching for his 62nd AVP title here today.
Yeah, speaking of that title, Matt, if he does get that 62nd title, he will tie the legendary Mike Dodd at 62 and move into a tie for 5th place. Of course, that's behind Kent Steffes, Karch Karai, Sinjin Smith, and Randy Stoklos.
First ace from Crabb.
Just a few famous names in the world of beach volleyball history as Bourne scores that service ace off of his childhood friend from Hawaii, Taylor Crabb, getting a little help from the net though. So it's a 3-2 advantage for Hyden and Bourne.
No.
Goes aggressive that time, but misses through the inline.
And we'll probably get a glimpse at the side change, Matt, but interesting fact that John Hyden and Bourne are being coached by Phil's former partner, and that is Nick Lucena, who has since retired and is the assistant coach at Florida State with his wife, Brooke. So that's an interesting twist, a little inside information.
They had to win 1 match today. John and Try had to win 2 to get here to the finals.
Just an absolutely perfect day here in Central Florida. Temperature at 80 degrees, basically 0 wind affecting the match. Couldn't ask for better conditions, Dane. Hyden goes down the line, but misses wide.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, Prosser, that we're actually playing in December. I don't know if there's ever been an AVP event, a regular season event in December, but what a great place to have it. The weather absolutely perfect, as you mentioned, here in Tavares, Florida.
Yeah. Push. Come on.
Great pass, option play blocked, but covered. Crabb lays out to save it and turns it with a great swing for the point.
Wow, impressive volleyball on both sides of the net right there. I thought that short cutting was going to land, but Taylor Crabb had other things in mind. Look at that one-handed stab. I'm not sure how Phil was able to set that ball, but some miraculous plays early in this one.
So 5 serving 4. The 2 seed, Taylor Crabb, Phil Dalhausser, off to an early lead here in this first set.
Good. Come on, Phil.
But Phil nearly getting the ace, contacts the net on that overpass attack. The point will go to Bourne and Hyden.
Yeah, he gets to the net. That ball gets there just a little too fast. He's not able to get his feet underneath him, and he misses a really free opportunity. He'd love to have that one back.
Bourne going aggressive with the jump serve over to Taylor Crabb. Passed easily though, and that cut shot is so dangerous by Taylor Crabb. Such great vision by him. Crabb now utilizing that kind of deep jump float serve over to Hyden. Goes for the back set and finds the winner going cross court that time. You said it, Dave, changing up the offense there.
All the KT tape on John Hyden, but yeah, he swung around hard to the left to get the blocker to move. And you know what's nice is that John Hyden not suffering any ill effects from yesterday, where he had that muscle spasm, I believe, in his back.
Line. Come on.
And Phil comes right back with a strong attack off of John Hyden.
Matt, I don't know about you, but KT tape kind of came in after my career. How much does it help? Have you used it?
Yeah, it sort of came on board as well as I was kind of finishing up my career on the beach. Haven't really had the chance to utilize it very much. Obviously, it does something well for John Hyden, keeping that shoulder in place and his lower back as well. Still serving up a service ace there. And we're going to go back to the very first opening rally of the match for our Sky Vodka Rally of the Day. And like you said, Dane, if this is indicative of how this match will go, we might have a couple more of these rallies throughout this match. There was the Sky Vodka Rally of the Day in the men's championship final here. Crabb with the rundown. Like, doesn't get that set over the net, so Hyden and Bourne will take it.
And that rally of the day was something special. You usually don't get that on the first rally of a final, but with these four spectacular players out there, they're going for it. They're hungry. They'd love to get this title here in Tavares, Florida.
Try Bourne getting ready to serve now. Down by 1. Still very early stages here of this men's final. Jump serve misses the inline. We'll see if Crabb can add to the lead. Offense creativity blocked but covered by Try. Counter attack. Touches Phil's block and finds the open court for the point.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from an offensive standpoint out of Hyden and Bourne. They keep switching up their offense on the position of where the attack is at the net, making Phil Dalhausser think, making him move.
Good jump serve from Hyden now. Goes over to Crabb. That set a little tight. And Taylor has to go strong and misses the inline.
Yeah, it's tough. When you pass that ball deep and you get a set from deep in the court, it's very difficult to get your feet under the ball and able to control it. See, that ball drops a little bit too fast. He tries to go down the line and ends up a little bit long.
That pass from Taylor better. Cut shot drops right in front of John Hyden. I think it surprised him how precise that shot was.
Yeah, I think John was waiting for the cut shot here. And that's how good it is. You know it's coming. You're waiting for it, anticipating it, and you still can't get there.
Taylor Crabb, one of the best in the business when it comes to deception of his shot, whether he's going to go line or cut, shoot or hit, especially when you've got one of the best setters of all time on your side of the net. Nice turn down the line by Try Bourne, disguising it and getting the side out.
Yeah, usually Phil doesn't let you get away with this. If he's blocking line, he's going to take it all, but he leaves just the sliver open and Try Bourne finds it.
So as expected, battling back and forth here, tied up at 10s.
Oh, no.
Taylor goes back to the line and finds the corner that time, scoring his 11th point and taking us to the technical timeout.
Dalhausser. We got a very special guest with us coming out to Stadium Core right now. He's got a message for us. This is George Maury from the International Volleyball Hall of Fame up in Holyoke, Massachusetts. What's up, George?
So during the 21-point technical timeout, the men's championship finals here from the AVP Central Florida Open. Matt Prosser alongside Dane Blanton. Taylor Crabb, Phil Dalhausser enjoying that 1-point lead over Hyden and Bourne. There's a good look at Nicholas Senna coaching John Hyden and Try Bourne this weekend.
I appreciate being able to be down here in short
t-shirt. I'm from the birthplace.
Dane, I'm going to let you run with this one as we're talking about the Olympians right now.
Yeah, you know what really jumps off the page is the fact that John Hyden's still performing at the top level in the United States after competing all the way back in 1996. Wow, did he have a run, and he still keeps going. And then those 4 Olympic Games for Phil Dalhausser, winning the gold in 2008. And there you mentioned Nick Lucena on the other side of the net, kind of maybe giving Bourne and John Hyden some secrets here. We know it's been documented that Phil and Nick are the best of friends, came on the tour together, played in the Olympics and together as well. And so I don't know if he's given up the secrets over there, but that's got to be a little concerning for Phil Dalhausser.
We have our induction each October in
Well, Phil, always very level-headed, as we've seen throughout his career. So maybe some, like you said, insider information from Nick Lucena, who's shared the net with Phil for so long. Didn't pay off yesterday for him, but perhaps they can turn the tables today and pull off the victory. But only time will tell here from Stadium Court.
Yeah, it's one of those things, Matt, that doesn't matter if you know what Phil's going to do. It's a matter of stopping it. So you can have all the inside information in the world, but he's still going to get it done.
So back to action now, 11 serving 10. Taylor Crabb goes short over to Hyden. Jump set from Try all the way across. Picked up by Crabb. Taylor Crabb going aggressive at Bourne and scoring that time.
Yeah, I love that play right there. In transition, he's going to make Bourne or John Hyden make a play if they're going to win the point. Therefore, he's going to challenge them that time, coming up strong.
Crabb again serving short to Hyden. And Johnny Hyden getting a little help from the net system that time to score the point.
Yeah, usually when you hit the net, hitting cross court, it ends up the ball going out of bounds. Not this time. Hyden very fortunate. I guess he wanted to hit that middle of the court, and it ended up being almost like a cut shot.
There's a good look at the 50-year-old John Hyden. Jump serving now. Strong down the middle at Phil. Oh, what a save, though, by Taylor Crabb. This 10. Are you kidding me, Dane? What a play right there.
That's why you love the sport of volleyball, the creativity. You find yourself in so many different situations, and the creativity right there by Taylor Crabb. This is the Wilson play of the day. It's a kind of a knuckle poke shot set that goes perfectly in the wheelhouse, and that's the Wilson play of the day.
Phil jump serve, catches the tape, but Try with the option play. Scores the point. Nice heads-up awareness by Bourne attacking that one. We'll see if Try can put some pressure now with his jump serve. Over to Phil.
Line. Come on. Anyway.
Oh, nice dig by Johnny Hyden.
It's over.
From off the net. Tight pass from Phil. Bourne plays it with one hand, and the point will go to Crabb and Dalhausser.
Yeah, some really solid defense being played on that last play. Kind of take risks. I think Bourne is kind of kicking himself. Should have put John Hyden a little closer up on the net on that broken play.
So back to the 2-point advantage here, halfway through set number 1. Another jump set from Bourne. Nice drop, though, and a dig by Phil.
Yeah. Yo.
Deflection, overpass, though, and you don't want to overpass when Phil Dalhausser's blocking at the net.
You don't want to get too tricky either. Here's the jump set. At no point did it look like he was going to hit that ball. So what does Phil do? He releases out, and he's in perfect position to make the block happen. And Bourne knows that if he's going to do that jump set, he's got to be a threat to hit that ball as well.
Yeah, the jump set is something we've seen Bourne utilize a little bit more here throughout this event. Hyden going for the back set now.
No.
Picked up. Counter attack by Phil. Hyden gets the dig though. And somehow Hyden's able to get that ball past the block and down for the point.
This is the 22nd time that Phil and John.
Here's a good look at it. Nice set right there. Kind of an awkward poke down hit. He'll take what he can get right there. But an interesting offensive attack by John Hyden.
Sometimes you have to get creative to figure out a way to get the ball past that block of Phil Dalhausser. Obviously, John Hyden knows Phil very well, and you might have heard it, Mark Sherman saying this is the 22nd time that Hyden and Phil have faced off across the net for an AVP title.
Got it.
And there's a nice service ace by the 50-year-old.
Wow, and what a great camera angle right there to see how much space that John Hyden was working with. Has to be so precise with that line serve, and if it's in, it's going to be a clean ace.
Now he follows it up, going cross court over to Taylor Crabb, but just misses the sideline. Taking some risks, paid off on the one prior to that, but missed on this one. We'll see what Phil can do now from the inline. And Phil goes aggressive through the inline and misses that one as well. Only a 1-point deficit now after the side out for Bourne and Hyden. Bourne going with the hard jump serve here. Over to Taylor Crabb. Phil has to run it down. Nearly dives into the scoreboards. Hyden on 2. And that one will go their way. Hyden and Bourne tying it up at 16 points apiece.
Phil is on fire right now, hustling after absolutely every ball. Looked like he almost went into those banners, and we know that they're not very forgiving, those electric banners. And he's going to take a minute here to clean off the sand. He expended a lot of energy on that last one.
16 serving 16 now. Bourne again with the aggressive serve, but misses. So the advantage goes back to Crabb and Dalhausser. Float serve over to Hyden. Goes with that quick set. What a save there. One-handed dig, but it goes over. And Bourne hammers the option play for the point.
Yeah, really nice positioning right there by John Hyden to put that ball in a very hittable position. One-handed, beautiful left-handed stab to get the ball up by Taylor Crabb, but Bourne, that's the option that he wants to go for.
$17 all now in set number 1. Hyden goes down the line to Phil.
Go line.
And Phil goes hard angle deep for the point.
Great pass by Phil on the outside, goes right in the middle. We call that the seam, to the left hand of the blocker, and when the defender is in that angle, you hit right in between them. It's a great escape shot if you're not sure exactly where the defense is.
So Phil serving now with that 1-point advantage here. Pass this one well off the net from Hyden. And again, getting creative is Johnny Hyden scoring the side out.
Yeah, he kind of cuffs that ball and it goes off the net, and Phil loses track of where it's at. There's a good look at it. Just hits the top of the net. Very fortunate for these balls to be clearing the net and going in for John Hyden, because we've seen him hit the top of the tape quite a few times already in this first set.
Now, Taylor Crabb was lurking there as well. If it had gone clean, he might have gotten it. But there's a foot fault called against Bourne.
Football.
You know, these jump servers are being aggressive, Dane. Sometimes they make contact with that inline. Not allowed to do that. Foot fault. Point will go over to Crabb and Dalhausser as you see the line move there. So now just 2 points away from taking this opening set. Crabb with the jump float serve over to Hyden. And too strong by John Hyden that time, missing the corner just out of bounds.
You know, we're in a very similar situation. Yesterday, it was Hyden and Bourne who kind of had control of that first set. And then when it came down to the last few points, it was a battle. But right now, Dalhausser and Crabb trying to separate themselves.
Short serve to Hyden. Nice jump set, Bourne. Crabb gets the dig, though. Chance to win the set. Oh, what a shot by Taylor Crabb, and they do it, taking set number 1 of this men's championship final, 21-18 over John Hyden and Bourne. Don't go anywhere. Set 2 coming right back after this quick break.
It's the choices we make that define us.
Trevor is coming off a tough, heartbreaking loss.
And ultimately, the enemy is within. Some people want it. Some wish for it. But others make it happen.
Trevor is super lethal, bringing fire and passion to the court.
How will you take charge?
We all know it's a good idea to recycle. But what happens to that aluminum can or all that paper after you put it in the recycling bin? Where does it go? What does it become in its second life? See how WM is always working for a sustainable tomorrow at WM.com/stories.
And welcome back inside Stadium Court for the men's championship final here. The final championship of 2022, the Central Florida Open. Yeah, Matt Prosser alongside Dane Blanton for this one. Dane, just a number, but can you go over this combined age graphic for us, please?
Wow, that's crazy. 83 for Bourne and Hyden, the combined age, and 72 for Taylor Crabb and Phil Dalhausser. So that's a lot of experience on both sides of the net. And it's crazy, you know, there's a tournament in Hawaii every year called the Dinosaur, and I believe you have to be over 80 years of age, combined age. And imagine that, Bourne could tear it up on that. I'm sorry, Hyden could tear it up, being eligible for that now as we look at the statistics. Pretty even, but the control blocks go to Phil, and then the aces going to Hyden and Bourne. It's an even match. We saw it yesterday. The first set went 27-25, but this one goes in regulation. It's just there's a different gear that Phil has when it gets to about 17 all, and he's able to push through. And it'll be interesting if Hyden and Bourne can respond, but they have to roll the dice. They have to put a little bit more pressure.
Well, thanks for that insight, Dane Blanton, Olympic gold medalist. As we get back to action here to start set number 2. Serve goes over to Crabb. High, hard shot by Taylor Crabb to score the first point.
Matt, have you ever heard of that tournament, the Dinosaur?
I have. I've heard great things about that tournament. It's over on Kauai, Kalapaki Beach. I believe it's coming up in April 2023. How old are you again, Dane? Maybe we should consider reuniting our old partnership for that one.
Let's just say we for sure would qualify.
That is definitely a fact. As Bourne has to go with the left hand, finds the block and somehow scores the point.
There's that athleticism that we love to see. You get put in some really precarious situations athletically on a volleyball court, and right there, Bourne showing the athlete that he is.
There's a fun stat, 203rd combined AVP tournament for Taylor Crabb and Phil Dalhausser. 71 wins between the two of them as well. As Phil hammers that ball on 2.
Yeah, Phil's so deceptive on his quickness, right? Here it is. It's not a high pass. It's pretty quick, but he knows he needs to hit that ball before it gets to a certain spot, and he's able to execute.
42-year-old Phil Dalhausser showing that he still has some pop left in that shoulder as well. Strong jump serve that time, taken by Hyden. And Phil shutting him down for the block point.
That all started with the just blazing quick serve. Put Bourne and Hyden in trouble, and then Hyden trying to beat Phil cross court. He wanted a net violation on Phil, but no net was detected.
So an early 2-point advantage now for Crabb and Dalhausser. Looking to add to it. I saw the line move there, but Bourne with the option play, scoring the point.
Yeah, big serve right here. And there's a little kind of cobra action. Looked like on the end of his fingertips, he poked that ball to the deep corner. Smart play by Try.
Two serving 3. Hyden goes to the jump serve over to Phil. And Phil this time goes down the line against Bourne to score.
Big hit by Phil. That's why a lot of people stay away from him, is because he's not only hitting the ball hard, he's hitting it at such a high level.
So Taylor from the very right corner now. Jump serves over to Hyden. There's that jump set. Crabb in the right spot, but just too much heat from Johnny Hyden, showing he's got some firepower too still. A couple moments ago, Phil Dalhausser with what was expected to be the White Claw, pure spike of the day on that option play. Showing how fast he can be. That was the White Claw pure spike of the day from Phil Dalhausser. As Bourne goes cross court and misses the sideline. Good challenge there, but just a bit too strong. Phil serving now, 5-3 in set 2. Hyden from the right side. Phil's there for the block. Not the most powerful block we've seen out of Phil, but a block nonetheless.
Yeah, Phil is really reading the ball well. He's positioning himself in the right spot, and he's starting to enforce his will at the net, letting everyone know he owns that net. And right now, John Hyden looking for some answers right now, trying to get it around Big Phil.
So back to a 3-point advantage as Phil prepares to jump serve once again. Good early out call from Bourne as that one sails past him.
Need to take the second to force third. Phil and Taylor in their first event together, looking to get the win to close out 20-22.
So Hyden now, who has an ace earlier in set number 1. Strong jump serve passed well by Taylor, though. And Bourne gets the stuff down block against Taylor Crabb.
Yeah, just like that, you think everything's going the way of Phil and Taylor, and then Bourne gets up, over, presses, takes away the angle, and that ball straight down. Maybe that'll spark a fire right here and get some momentum on the side of Hyden and Bourne.
Another strong jump serve from Hyden over to Crabb. And Bourne back-to-back block points. This time, swap the shot down.
Great block by Bourne right there. But more importantly, tough serves right now, getting Crabb and Dalhausser in a little bit of trouble.
Johnny Hyden creating some compromise situations, getting the opponents out of system a little bit. On a 2-point run now. Goes back to Taylor again. Runs down the line shot. Chance for the counterattack now. And a hitting error coming from John Hyden. Not something you see very often from the 50-year-old veteran.
Yeah, you know, he has hit some balls on the top of the net, and I just think that he didn't hit that ball cleanly. He didn't get the top spin on it. He hit it with some kind of floaty, flat action, and it just ended up going long.
Crabb goes over to Hyden. He stays in the middle this time and swings angle to the corner. And that takes us to the 7-7 side change.
Who out there is rooting for Taylor and Phil?
Back to it now on Stadium Court after the side change, the men's final, set number 2. Hyden and Bourne looking to force a third set tiebreaker. They have to win the second set here. To do so, Bourne will serve once again. Tries jump serve, goes into the net. And the point will go over to Crabb and Dalhausser. Let's see what Phil can do now. He hasn't gotten very hot from the inline in this match. There's a strong serve down the middle. Scrambling play as Hyden couldn't handle it. So there is a point for Crabb and Dalhausser.
Yeah, just as you say it, Matt, he starts to heat it up from that back line. It is tough when Phil is on his game serving. It's almost like you're playing defense. He's hitting at the net. He just hits that ball so hard, and he's gotten so good at the accuracy.
What does he follow it up with this time? Goes over to Hyden. Nicely passed. And Johnny Hyden hits the sideline right in front of Crabb's defense for the point.
Well, talk about accuracy. That was right on the spot for John Hyden. That's what he's known for, his accurate shots, his physicality, and most importantly, his consistency, not making many errors.
Good jump serve over to Crabb there from the right side now.
That's out of bounds.
And Taylor Crabb misses with the cross-court shot.
Yeah, Taylor Crabb having a little bit of struggles going on right now. We saw him get blocked a couple of times, and now we've seen him hit a couple balls out. He was so comfortable and in the zone for so long, even in that semifinal. And now he's facing Bourne, who knows his game very well.
That serve passed well from Phil. And Phil again just unleashes cross-court for the winner.
Yeah, I don't understand that one, Matt. After you get a point off of Taylor Crabb, put the pressure on him. Make him handle the ball once again. You don't want any part of that right there. Phil just absolutely crushing that ball across court.
A little bit of the game within the game here between all four of these players. They all know each other so well, obviously. Bourne through the middle, though. Great vision to see Crabb breaking. He goes cross-court for the winner.
It's a good look at Bourne and John Hyden. You know, they used to play together. They won Berlin in 2014, an international event, but then had to part ways, and that autoimmune issue that Bourne was dealing with, and now they are reunited.
Great cut shot right there by Taylor Crabb to score the 11th point, taking us to our technical timeout. Stay with us for more action after this quick break.
This is the Monster Hydro Monster Block, and I've got two more. I only have two more mini balls, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody's got to want this, but only two more for the rest of this match, and maybe a couple for the women's final. I don't know. I don't know, but you really got to earn it. You really got to earn it. We saw a couple cartwheels earlier. Like, I don't know what it's going to take this time. We're running back and forth. Okay. 15 seconds, go. Somebody's got to prove to me they want it.
And welcome back to Stadium Court. Men's Championship final here from Central Florida. Matt Prosser alongside Dane Blanton. Bourne earning the Monster Hydro Monster Block of the day a few moments ago against his childhood friend and fellow Hawaiian Taylor Crabb. Dane Blanton, run us through this list of men's champions from the 2022 tour.
Yeah, it started off with Phil and Andy Benish, a first-time partnership, and then another first-time partnership with Phil and Casey Patterson. So anytime Phil plays for the first time with someone, it's very dangerous, and that's exactly what we have here. It's been a solid year throughout, 15 total events on tour for the AVP in 2022, and this is the final event. But I'll tell you what, an enthused and fired up Phil Dalhausser is a dangerous Phil.
Well, and one thing to note too, Taylor Crabb winning the last event he played in, which was in Phoenix, Tour Championships. John Hyden looking to get his name on that championship graphic as well here today. Serving 11 now. Johnny Hyden, strong jump serve over to Crabb. And Taylor Crabb hammers that one cross court for the winner.
Yeah, that's got to feel good from Taylor. A clean hit cross court for the kill. Bourne has had a real beat on where he has been going on the last few attacks.
Wide set over to Hyden. Down the line. Crabb was there, but can't handle that heat from Johnny Hyden.
Love that offensive play. He said push to the outside antenna, and then he's able to rip it down that alley. Very accurate and powerful shot from John Hyden.
Looked like John was almost too early on that approach, but able to make the adjustment. Tied up at 12s now. Phil on 2, and he misses long. Dan, that one looked like it might have been a little forced that time from Phil Dalhausser.
Yeah, it wasn't the best of opportunities to hit on that second contact, but he's been so successful with it. Sometimes you get in that groove and you can think you can do no wrong. He just missed that one by about a foot.
Hyden and Bourne leading now 13-12. Another strong serve down the line of Phil. And there's another high swing for the point by Phil Dalhausser. Nobody breaking away here in set number 2. It's been a back and forth battle, as expected. Phil serves over to Try. Attacking from the left side, down that line seam that Phil left wide open, and Try takes advantage of it.
Yeah, Try is just an incredible athlete. If you give him any opportunity, he's going to see it, he's going to exploit it and put that ball to the ground. And it's so great to see the level that he is playing at, and he would love to get another victory with his buddy John Hyden.
Strong serve from Hyden. Passed well, though. Crabb from the right now, and like a surgeon just cutting that one cross court for the winner, taking us to the 14-14 side switch.
Nice cut shot right here. Hits the side of the ball, follows through nicely. Just places it exactly where he wants.
Taylor Crabb serving now, 7 points away from the possible championship as Hyden hits that ball into the net for a rare hitting error.
Yeah, he can't believe it right now. He does not usually make this many errors in a match, especially offensive attacking errors. There's only been a few, but he has such a high standard that he usually doesn't give up many.
15 serving 14 now. Crabb again, short serve over to Hyden. Timing not there, but once again, Hyden hammers it down the line past Phil's block.
Yeah, I'm amazed that he's getting it around Phil. Phil is blocking line there, and he's still hitting line. He just has a very small area, and that just shows you how precise John Hyden can be.
The range that John Hyden has in that shoulder, still performing at the age of 50. And Taylor Crabb comes right back with a perfectly placed line shot to the corner.
And I'll tell you what, John Hyden ripped that serve, and Taylor Crabb just kind of neutralized it, passed it perfectly high and right in front of him, and Phil was able to give him a beautiful set.
Now let's see if Phil can add to this lead here from the end line. Strong serve passed well, though, by Hyden. And right back with his own cut shot for the winner.
Yeah, you could tell that Phil and Taylor weren't going to let him get away with another line shot. It looked like they doubled up. It's when the blocker blocks the line and the defender covers the line as well, leaving the cross court wide open.
Hyden out from the end line. Goes over to Phil. He shanks it.
Up there.
Good set, though. Try with the dig.
No one.
Oh, not the set in transition that John Hyden was hoping for. Try Bourne blasts that ball into the net for a hitting error.
Yeah, that's costly right there. It looked like Hyden and Bourne had the advantage and an opportunity to take the lead, but it's Crabb and Dalhausser winning that one. And this is that point, Matt, that I usually talk about where Phil seems to have a different gear, and he gets it done. He somehow finds that 2-point edge, as the teams race to 21.
Nice pass by Hyden. Phil with the block, but tries there for the cover. And the counterattack works nicely for Bourne going to the corner.
Yeah, great cover out of Try and Hyden to get that second opportunity after the block by Phil and get it to the sand.
So 17 all now in set number 2. Bourne with the jump serve down the line at Taylor. What a set from his knees and the cut shot from Crabb. What a play by these guys for the 18th point and a side switch.
17.
And I continue to say it, that's what elite teams do. Look at this, tough serve, really low. Phil drops to his knees, and look at this, just sneaking it by the right hand of Bourne.
All 4 of these players extremely level-headed, getting the job done, playing their best when their best is necessary, as we see Phil's wins, his partners. Taylor Crabb looking to join that list. Oh, Bourne with the back set, Crabb with the dig. Phil goes with the pokey set, and Taylor drives it down for their 19th point.
Yeah, very educated crowd right here. You heard the oohs and ahs on that back set because it had a lot of spin on it. So they were happy that Phil and Taylor won that rally because I think the ref might have missed a double contact.
So now a 2-point advantage for Taylor Crabb and Phil Dalhausser. Will it be enough to get them home and through the finish line here? Or do Hyden and Bourne have the fight in them still? Phil misses the jump float serve deep.
I can't believe that they let that ball go. That could have very easily been an ace, but great wherewithal from John Hyden, knowing his court.
Listen to Bourne talking to his partner, telling him to believe it. Down by 1 here, they need some magic. Trying to force that 3rd set tiebreaker here. Jump serve from Hyden. Down the line of Phil once again. And Phil right down the pipe for the point. And it brings them the championship point here on Stadium Court.
For championship point for Phil Dalhausser and Taylor Crabb.
They have 2 chances to seal the deal here. Taylor Crabb serving a championship point. Short to Hyden. Jump set. Nobody up. That play worked perfectly for Bourne and Hyden. First match point saved.
Just a spectacular play by Hyden. And they're running that wide offense, making Phil make a decision which way to go, cover the on-2 or go to the outside. And he was late that time, and Hyden made him pay for it.
And now match point opportunity number 2 for Crabb and Dalhausser. Bourne to serve. Aggressive jump serve, passed well. Running bump set, Crabb for the win, and he gets it. Excellent boarded down. AVP championship number 62 for Phil Dalhausser, and the first as a team. Congratulations to Taylor Crabb and Phil Dalhausser getting the sweep over John Hyden and Bourne in Central Florida today.
How about that, Matt? Phil Dalhausser winning for the 3rd time in 2022, all with different partners. Just incredible how fired up he gets. Who would have thought a year ago when he said he was going to retire that he would be on tour this year, winning 3 events with 3 different partners. What a feat by Phil.
And this one's got to be a special one for Phil. Growing up in Florida, going to the University of Central Florida, somewhat of a local resident, now living in Orlando and getting the opportunity to win. the championship here in Florida, as we see John Hyden getting some love from his wife, Robin. And some championship autographs by the one and only Phil Dalhausser.
Robin, Jack, Sam, and John. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. What a family that we have been blessed with here on the AVP Tour.
Yeah, Matt, what a victory. You know, also the pressure that comes with playing with Phil, of course, for Taylor Crabb. You know how everybody says, if I could play with Phil, I've had a million victories. So when you get your opportunity, it's great to take over.
Wife. makes me do another one.
How many more, Robin? Well, maybe at least one more. Johnny Hyden. Yeah, there we go. One more year. One more year. All right. I'm sure I'll be talking to you. Go ahead.
I don't want to take away from what they did.
I know, for sure.
What a tournament. I mean, you got a player like Try, and you can go as far as the finals. Sometimes you play Phil. But Taylor obviously hit about 900 too. But it was a great run. Couldn't have done it without Try, as I've kind of shown the last couple of years. You know, if I had the right partner, this kid got me to the finals, and I'm gassed.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for John Hyden. Not the last time we're going to hear from you at an AVP. Whether you're playing or not, we're definitely going to be talking to this guy again.
And it is time for the cheers to the champs, ladies.
Well, good 50-year-old veteran, obviously, Johnny Hyden. Great things to say about his competitors, about his partnership with Bourne, and obviously the support and love of his family. But for today, it's all about Phil Dalhausser and Taylor Crabb, your 2022 AVP Central Florida Open champions, and the Kona Brewing. Cheers to the champs. Stay with us for our championships interview right after this short break.
Dear mainland, aloha. My brother and I hear that most of you only disable your phones when you fly. You call it airplane mode. But maybe you don't have to get on a plane to get away, yeah? Allow my brother to demonstrate. You know what we call this? Kona mode. One life, right? Mahalo.
Longboard Island Lager and Big Wave Golden Ale from Kona Brewing.
And welcome back to Stadium Court here in Central Florida. Men's final has concluded. Taylor Crabb and Phil Dalhausser are your champions, your final champions of the 2022 AVP season. And we're going to throw it down to our third member of our broadcast team, Mark Sherman, with our champions.
You won at home. What's it like to win here in Orlando? Did you ever think you'd get a hometown tournament here?
No, it took about 20 years for you guys, but finally came to Central Florida.
What's it like playing in front of a bunch of family and friends?
It's great. I have a bunch of kids from my academy, and obviously families here. Jennifer, where are you? And the kids. Anyway, it's great to be here, and hope you guys come back. Let's come back next year.
Absolutely, yes. Taylor, first time playing on the same side as Phil. A lot of people have been wanting to see this for a long time. What's it like to be behind that block?
I think it was more our coaching. We had a great coach.
How about that?
Gave us all the good game plans and made it easy.
We're actually going to hear from your coach in just a second. One more quick. You know, Phil, you just joined a very prestigious list. You just won with 3 different partners in the same year. That's happened twice before. Kent Steffes in '98 did it with Loyola, Whitmarsh, Emmanuel. April Ross did it in 2015 with Carey. She did it with Fatma, with Fendrick. You have done it now with Banesh, with Patterson, with Taylor Crabb. How do you keep doing it with guys you're on the court with for the first time?
Well, I didn't have to do too much this weekend playing with Taylor. He's so good at volleyball. It's almost like we clicked, like we kind of knew where we were at, and everything was pretty smooth this weekend.
I love it. Now, I promised it. Hey, Nick, where you at? Nick Lucena, where's Coach Nick? Nick, didn't you have a question? I thought you wanted to interview your team here really quick. The legend, Nick Lucena, everybody. Nick the Quick. Absolutely. Let's turn around to the camera here really quick. No, you're fine. What did you want to ask these guys?
Well, I wanted to ask the crowd if they wanted to see Phil play for 18 more months and make a run at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Who would want to see that? He's still the best, and he wants to do it too. Look at him smiling. He's so happy right now. So text message him, DM him, 2024, Phil. And I'm out.
And we'll leave it at that. Give it up for Phil, Taylor, and Nick, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, all smiles and congratulations to Phil Dalhausser and Taylor Crabb as we get a glimpse at the TNS dig of the day. Comes from Taylor Crabb on his way to getting his second victory of the 2022 season. That right there was the TNNS dig of the day. So Dane, maybe perhaps a little insider information there as these two players celebrate this victory.
Yeah, you know what? Who knows? We'll see Phil or not, but how cool would that be if he made a run for the Paris Olympics? But for Phil, his 62nd AVP win. He's number 5 on the list, tying Mike Dodd.
Well, for everyone here at the AVP, my co-broadcaster Dane Bland, my name is Matt Prosser. Thanks for joining us. It's been a great 2022. We'll see you next year in 2023. Take care, everybody.